So I'm 53 years old, still building muscle. There's something that I do every single day that's a non-negotiable that actually I never used to do when I was younger because I didn't think it was doing anything. And that is walking. Yep. Getting out in the morning, walking first thing. Now, honestly, this isn't about cardio where I have to get a whole bunch of cardio in, although that does help. It's more about trying to keep my body moving. And I want to be able to keep my body moving well into my 80s and 90s. That's the goal. Even maybe the hundreds, who knows? But being able to walk, and not just walk, I actually try to make a game of it. I was hitting 10,000 steps per day. Now I've moved it to 15,000 a day. Now, does that mean I'm going to hit 15,000 every day? No, but I'm going to hit more than 10. And the other thing that I've realized, and that I've also been told, is that by walking, it also helps build muscle in my glutes, in my calves, in my quads. And the reason why is because you're not just walking on flat surfaces. At least I'm not. I want to be able to walk where I have hills. And sometimes I'll intentionally find places that have hills, and that's all that I'll do is I'll just basically start climbing hills. Now, these aren't hills or mountains that have to be these extreme climbs. But what they are is they are on a steady incline. So like right now, you can't really see it here, but the place that I'm walking on an incline right now. It's probably like a 20-degree incline, maybe even a little bit more. But it's a hill, and I'm walking, and I can feel my calves when I'm walking up at a good pace. And that's the other thing. Sometimes what I'll do is I will walk faster. And if I'm walking with my dog sometimes, she'll force me to walk faster. Like yesterday, it was raining, so we wanted to get home quicker. So we started to kind of not jog, but just walk at a steadier pace. So, man, I'll tell you, like once I really just adopted that walking every single day, no matter what. I mean, I could be traveling and I could be walking, but man, I'll tell you, if you just want to get a good workout in without working out, do a good walk. And the thing is walking's so easy that you can pretty much do it anywhere. I was recently visiting my father who lives in Florida, and I was staying at a hotel. Well, every morning I got up and I walked around the hotel like 10 times, and I got my steps in that way. And so there really isn't any excuse, at least for me, that I can't walk every day. And I do think something about it for your mental state is like important too, because here we are outside. You can see a bunch of trees down that tree line. The sun is coming out right now. You know, I'm out here with my dog at this time, and I do several walks throughout the day, but I'm walking her, and it just makes you feel so much better. It gives you mental clarity. I come up with a lot of my own great ideas out here, or at least I think they are. I work from home, so being able to just get up and go outside and take a quick walk, I know I'm doing something good for my body. Now, recently I shot a video where I was talking about my tiny habits, and where every single day I bolt something onto my day, so this way here, I don't make an excuse and I don't forget. Well, walking is one of them. I actually bolt this on, so every single morning I take a walk with my dog. You know, I'm taking a walk with her right now, and this is part of the schedule. Every single morning, I go for about a half-hour walk with her. It works out to be about 4,000 steps, and that, you know, that's built into my day. It's a non-negotiable. And then throughout the day, I'll schedule my walks, but for the most part, this one here is always going to happen, no matter what. So I'm getting in those steps. I'm getting in being outdoors. I'm getting in all of the great things about just taking a walk. The other thing is, I don't listen to anything. Some people will put their earbuds in and listen to music or listen to a podcast. I like to just let myself think. And sometimes that's good and sometimes that's not good. But I do like to give myself that time and that space, because as we get older, mental health is so important. I said that before, but having your mental health and feeling good and having that mental clarity is so important. And there's nothing more than just listening to the sounds when you're outside, especially if you're walking where there's woods or where there's people and you want to hear people. There's a lot of benefits to that. So that's why I do it. So let me know, is walking part of your exercise routine? Is it something that you do on a regular basis? And if you do, let me know. Do you like walking inside on a treadmill, or do you prefer to walk outside? Let me know that in the comments. I'd be curious to know. Now, I personally use a Oura ring, and that's what I use to track my steps. Is it 100% accurate? Probably not, but I know that at least it's close. So I do like to kind of keep a running total on my steps for the day, because it's a good reminder to say, hey, Scott, you've only got 8,000 steps. You better go outside and take a walk. And I've done that after dinner, which is a good idea anyway, to walk after dinner. They say it's really good for digestion, but it's a great reminder. Some people don't like the gadgets on them all the time. I don't mind it. It does act as a really, really good reminder. So I actually like it. But whatever you use, just use it as a way to kind of self-motivate you and kind of keep track. So this way here, you can hit those numbers. Now, the walk that I'm currently on right now, this will probably yield about 2,000 steps. So that's a great start to my day. Not to mention, I got outdoors. I got to spend some time with my little furry friend here. And the cool thing is when you are walking and you are tracking your steps, you can kind of get an idea of like how many calories did you actually burn. Well, yesterday, because I hit my 15,000 steps, I burned over 1,000 calories just from walking. And I probably took 3 walks, including the one in the morning. 1,000 calories, but that's just a byproduct of the walking. It's not my number one reason for doing it. It's more about strength. It's more about keeping my muscles, and not even the big muscles, like the little muscles, the muscles in your calves, muscles that are in your shins, which walking downhills, I didn't realize this and I didn't know this until I researched it, but you can literally strengthen your shins, your shin muscles, which I didn't even know was a thing. But walking allows us to do that as well. So there's a lot of benefits to it. And I didn't realize that as a young person. I just thought, oh, you got to build your legs. You got to do squats. You got to do all of this stuff. And that's actually not the case. It's not true. And then when you get done with your walk, you can just hop down on the ground before you head in the house and knock out like 25 push-ups. Right, Maze? 25 push-ups. I did a video on my tiny habits that I incorporate every single day. Go watch that video next. It should be up over there. I'm gonna go ahead and do these 25.